Hello and welcome to Dragonball Speak, a show where we summarize and review every episode of Dragon Ball Z, and we rate them each on a scale of 1 to 7 stars, and we review them 3 episodes at a time. We are available on YouTube, yes, but have you heard of this crazy little app?
Crazy little app called
Spotify and Apple Podcasts and literally every podcast app, because we have it so that our audio only podcast goes on every podcast app that you can think of. I'm pretty sure. If there's one that we're not on, send us a comment on the or DM on Twitter or leave us a comment on the YouTube video. But listen to us audio, because there's nothing better in this world than being on your way to work in the morning and hearing us talk about cum.
Yep. From Bobbity onto
Piccolo.
Piccolo.
I don't know what happened. But here we are.
Don't worry though, YouTube's staying.
Yeah.
We just have realized that in 3 years of doing this, we have shown zero love and appreciation to our audio listeners. And while you are not getting necessarily what we would call the full experience, I think that the way Brandon and I look specifically adds a lot to the show, a lot of character. You can watch our body movements, the sexual tension between us, all that kind of stuff. That really adds to the show, in my opinion. But audio listeners, shout out to y'all. I love podcasts. I listen to a lot of podcasts, so I get it.
What's your favorite podcast right now?
Right now, Waypoint Radio.
Go listen to Waypoint Radio too. Also,
actually, no, don't. Listen to Dragon Ball Speak.
Also, big shout out to @EricHatesDBZ. It's a couple of really cool dudes who are doing a very similar podcast to ours, which means double the awesome content. They actually review on a scale of, sorry, not a scale. They actually review 5 episodes at a time, which, can we just acknowledge that for a second? Because
that's a lot.
We have a really hard time doing 3 episodes at a time, because that means we have to take 2 hours out of our day, 1 hour to watch 3 episodes, about an hour to record. And sometimes that is a bear. And
he doesn't even know about the editing.
And I don't even edit. Wesley has to edit. That's another hour at least. So shout out to those guys. They're beasts. Go listen to their podcast. We hopefully are going to do some sort of collaboration soon. They reached out to us on Twitter recently. So keep your ears peeled and keep your eyes. Sick. Did I not tell you that? I did. I meant to. Keep your eyes. Your ears are like a hawk, and your eyes are peeled
like a worm.
So starting with episode 240, Revival.
Hold on. Who are the hosts of this show?
Brandon
and Wesley.
And
this is
Dragon Ball Speak. Did I not?
I don't think so.
Go ahead and play the song. Also, will you throw up the handle? Why?
I just threw up. I don't know. All I heard was throw up, and I went for it.
Oh my god! I would never.
There was just enough pause in between throw up and that I was like,
I would never have known why you did that. Please leave that in. Will you put up the handle for when I say that Twitter name?
If I remember, yeah.
In your editing, with your infinite editing skills. Anyway, episode 240 is called Revival. Also, I'd like to say something really quick, if Wesley is okay with it. Last episode, according to my brother Ryan, we did not have enough energy. So maybe can we give it as much energy as we can today?
Yeah.
Like a lot. So good.
I didn't even Super Saiyan. That was just a scream.
That was so good. I wish, dude, if someone could just edit that into like you actually turning into a Super Saiyan. That was so impressive.
I'm seeing stars. That was a good scream, though.
So halfway through that, I was like, wow, I'm impressed that he's still going. And we were only at the halfway point. That was really awesome.
I even had like a touch of vibrato when I got to the highest note of that scream.
You were vibrating. Your whole body was vibrating.
It was. I can't wait to watch that back because I kept my eyes closed the whole time. You know when singers like hit that note and they're really into it, they close their eyes?
Yeah, and they do this.
Mm-hmm. That's kind of what I just did. I've always been like, why do singers close their eyes when they're singing? Now I get it.
That was legitimately impressive, and I can tell you're like a little exasperated now.
A touch, yeah. I'm seeing, well, not anymore. I was seeing stars for like the first 10 seconds after. Just gave it my all. Ryan, I hope you liked that. That was my Ryan Namena.
I would really appreciate it if you don't reduce the volume of that in post.
No, that's like, do you know how much work I don't do on our editing?
I'm really sorry to all the audio listeners.
I know. The best part is that was not planned. Brandon had no idea I was doing that. And I didn't know he was going to bring up Ryan not liking our energy. But guess what? We're back, baby. We're back, Ryan.
We're back, and we're eventually going to talk about Dragon Ball Z.
Hi to your kid, who I won't name for privacy reasons, because we respect here on Dragon Ball Speak.
We have respect for everyone. Episode 240 is called Revival. And who is revived? All the people that Vegeta killed.
Yes.
All of them. I was like,
I forgot for a second. They really kind of only make it seem like Kibito is revived.
He's also revived.
But like he's like the only one they like pay attention to, really.
Yeah. So we got Gohan and Supreme Kai and Vegeta are missing, presumed dead. Well, Vegeta's dead. They think so. Remind me, Gohan is dead because they saw him like get blasted and they think he's dead.
Yeah. Goku, bad father in this trio of episodes, which is not like Goku. Yeah, spoilers, Gohan is not dead. But Goku did not put any effort into confirming that death, just left him.
I don't remember exactly how it went down, but I feel like...
I think it went down while Goku was out, and then Goku just heard that Gohan's dead and just took the word for it.
And he couldn't feel his energy, yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, the energy was so low, and only Supreme Kai could feel the tiny little tendrils of that energy, which, is fair. But also, if my son died, I would at least want to go, like, check and see and look at them,
Goku goes ahead and says, well, Krillin's like, oh, it's okay. We have Goku still. And Goku straight up says, I cannot beat him alone. So very different energy from Namek Goku. But I will admit, on Namek, he didn't really have any choice. And here he does, I guess. But maybe call it maturing. Maybe just call it inconsistency. I don't know what you'd like to call it. But he says that he can't beat him alone because him and Vegeta were evenly matched during their fight. And Vegeta obviously died trying to kill Buu. So do you think so that confirms, I guess, that they were evenly matched?
Yeah. I also don't think it confirms that Goku could not beat Buu. Here's the thing that Vegeta threw a Hail Mary and it failed. And he died as a result. That doesn't necessarily mean he couldn't have beat Buu. He just took a swing and missed hard.
Yeah, I don't know how much I love this characterization of like, no, there's no point in me fighting him. I can't beat him. Like, I get it, which I guess he did the same thing with Cell.
What if it was because Toriyama has something he wants to do?
Ooh.
And so he says, wait, Goku can't beat Buu. I want this to happen.
I did not know this was getting name dropped in this episode. I was pretty surprised.
Yeah, so, I've heard of fusion stuff before. Not spoilers. We're going to talk about fusion because this happens pretty right off the bat in the episode.
Next thing that happens.
I have heard of fusion and stuff, but only from like those video games that are stupid. I think the one that we talked about last week.
I don't remember which one we talked about last week, but Dragon Ball Fusions was a 3DS game.
That's what it was.
Because I remember, it's funny, when that came out, me and you went to GameStop together, and this is probably before you even watched Dragon Ball.
Probably.
And you were like, oh, that's cool. Are you going to get it? And I was like, maybe. And then I didn't. But apparently it was really fun.
No. How about that?
Anyway, so yeah, Fusion is a thing now. And we get lots of clarification. So Goku's just like, yeah, well, I have this idea of we could have done fusion with Vegeta, but now Vegeta is dead, and darn it. And him and Piccolo kind of talked about it for a little bit because Piccolo had done a form of fusion, you could say, on Namek with Nail, but that was kind of like more of an absorption type deal. And what Goku is describing is a fusion that creates a completely new, takes two people, it's temporary, creates a completely new being.
Yes.
That is exponentially more powerful than the two people in the first place. But they have to be of similar size and power.
Yeah.
What 2 characters do we happen to have in our pockets that are similar size and power? Mr. Popo points out.
It might be the 2 that Piccolo said last week he needs to secure and keep them safe because they're the only 2 who can stop Boo.
And it is, in fact, Goten and Trunks.
Yes.
So, I've got a lot to ask you. Let's get through this episode first and
Also,
remind me.
Sorry, didn't mean to cut you off.
Go ahead.
Just before, I didn't know they were going to reveal their hands so quickly, but I put Goten and Trunks will merge the second I heard about Fusion.
Hey,
as a prediction.
Nice.
And then they said it, so I was right.
Do you think they will?
Yes.
Okay. Anyway, did you notice? Okay, so first off, it does a freaking Piccolo nail flashback for whatever reason to the horrible scene where he's like, yes, 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 I can do this.
I will win.
This is a miracle. I'm alive.
So good. I love that.
Why? The most like
I think it's
dub moment.
It's got to be meta, right? They like know that people made fun of it the first time around, and at this point, it's been years. So like they were like, sure, throw it back at him.
I don't know, but strangely enough, what I noticed about this episode is during these couple of scenes, there was some really weird dubbing going on. It was like,
oh really? I didn't notice.
It was like everything, like Piccolo and Goku was like first take. It was like really weird.
Oh, we've all been there.
It felt like they were reading off the page, like literally.
It might have been like a last minute thing or something.
It had to have been because like their words were like it was like super stilted and like wooden. Not that I'm some kind of expert or whatever, but regardless, Goku states that I always lean in. These chairs are lower than usual. I always lean in and I breathe right into this mic. And I really hate that I do that. So hopefully you can't hear it.
They don't.
Good. Because I heard it last week.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And they will hear it.
Yeah.
I guess my program did not get your breaths out. Your breaths are
well, my nose is like at the wrong level.
Yeah.
It's just
we're going to have new chairs soon. The studio is in progress, but it's the permanent one.
We're also going to hang something.
Paintings and stuff.
No, we're gonna hang me. So Goku says it's going to actually take time though, so we can't exactly teach the boys because it would take like a week to teach them, and I'm gonna be gone in however many hours.
I wrote out about to have our next dragged out section merge training. And sometimes, every time in every arc, there's like a little period where we gotta like extend the show a bit, and they're going to be like, well, we can't do this, this, and this. That would make things faster, which we'll get to later. Instead, we're going to have to do it the old-fashioned way.
See, I feel like episode 241, our next episode, was a little bit of the old dragging out the show thing, unfortunately. So that's going to take time. We cut to Boo and Bobbity. Nothing new here. They're at a theme park, and it's just like a little filler section of them wreaking havoc at a roller coaster.
Boo is silly. He sees a roller coaster and decides to follow the like railing of the roller coaster and treats it like he's on the roller coaster when it's like, 1, you can fly, so roller coasters probably aren't thrilling. 2, you could just get on the roller coaster. 3, following the trail of it is weird. And Bobbity's like, where's my seatbelt?
Some of his comments are like very, I don't know. I don't like him.
I want to touch him.
You want to feel his head?
I want to feel his wrinkly old head like who called it that? Piccolo?
I want to feel the texture.
I want to feel the yaba.
If anyone...
if you know what that's a reference to, put it in the comments.
Okay, I was about to say it. I won't say it.
Yeah. That's a deep cut, kind of.
Yeah, they're at like a theme park or whatever. And then we cut to Bulma and company, and they have all 7 Dragon Balls, and they're about to summon Shenron. We get a sick... It's the first summon. First off, it's the first Shenron summon in quite some time.
Very long time, because he was not our last dragon.
Yeah, because last time it was Purunga. Second off, she says...
Oh, go ahead.
Please.
During this scene, there's one scene where Ox King is like giant.
I noticed that.
Like
I noticed
huge.
That. Like
Chi-Chi is like barely at his knee, and he's also 10 times wider than usual.
His size... if you actually pay attention, like throughout from his introduction, is so inconsistent.
He used to fit in Goku's home, and now he is taller than Bulma's laboratory. Like
he was the size of the house. I know. I noticed that too. So yeah, they summon Shenron. At one point, Videl is like, well, she's like the normal person here, so she's like not sure what's going on, and she's like really amazed by everything. First off, Yamcha basically calls her like really stupid.
Yeah.
He's like, wow, for a pretty face, you have a really thick skull or something like that. And then...
Yamcha's one to talk, am I right?
Correct. And then Bulma says to Videl, keep your eyes on the balls. That's a quote. I just wanted to point that out. So yeah, it's our first Shenron in a while. And Goku and them all up on the lookout. They're like, oh shoot, we're planning on using the Dragon Balls soon. Now they're using the Dragon Balls. This is bad. So Goku's trying to find Bulma with his instant transmission.
They're far away. So this confirms that when Shenron arrives, like the world, not the world, but at least like
the sky goes dark
the
everywhere.
seaboard sees what's going on here. And people...
I think it goes dark everywhere.
Probably, yeah. And I just like that these people are like, oh, just another dragon.
Just a little, just a touch of dragons.
Just
at the capsule point.
A few dragons. Tarnished.
So they wish Kibito back to life.
Yeah.
And everyone else that Vegeta killed. Well, Vegeta didn't kill. So anyway, everyone who died on that day, whether it was killed by Vegeta or it was Kibito,
or
except for the really bad ones.
Oh, yeah.
Which is basically Dabura and like Kui and them. Or Pui, what was his name? Kui was on Namek. Pui was on Babidi's ship. Anyway, they're all back.
Pui.
So Kibito's like, oh, I gotta find Supreme Kai. I thought I was dead.
Yeah.
Also, I would like to take this moment to say that Kibito is like a huge douche.
Yeah, he gets worse every episode, actually.
Yeah.
By the end, I'm like, I don't like you.
No.
Also, Goku gets to Shenron and is like, hey, don't use the second wish. And Shenron's like, yeah, okay, that's fine.
Yeah, Dende lets him know that means that the Dragon Balls will be available again.
I feel like that's not a
months.
real thing.
So it only grants 2 wishes, right?
Yeah.
So why would it not be 6 months?
That's what I'm saying. Why
so
is it 4
you could
months?
hack the Dragon Balls by making 1 wish every 4 months instead of 2 wishes every year.
This is what we call cheesing.
The new Shenron strats just dropped. This is like speedrunning progress.
Yeah, the meta is looking good for us.
It's evolving very rapidly. That's the end of the episode, so I gave that one a 5 out of 7.
4 out of 7. I wasn't that bored, but I was also just like, man, I wish some more stuff was happening.
I would like to point out that these 3 episodes were very well animated, and it made me very happy. There's a couple shots of Goku and Piccolo that were like real eye candy. Now,
I concur.
I do have a couple questions for you. For one, Fusion. Was it planned or was it an ass pull? Is this something he knew in advance? Like maybe he hinted towards it. Maybe he had this idea since Namek.
I think it is an ass pool, but I also think he hinted towards it.
Okay, explain.
So yeah, on Namek we kind of got with Piccolo and Nail. That's like kind of setting the foundation for it. I don't think this was necessarily always going to get to where we are now. I think he just did that and it was cool. And now it's just kind of coming out of nowhere. Like Goku's never mentioned it before, and now he's like, we should merge them.
If you think about it from an editor's perspective, and like from Toei's perspective and everything, and Shonen Jump and whoever is in charge, it has a lot of opportunity for merchandising, and it has a lot of opportunity for coolness.
Yeah, you could just make a figure and then have different like
fusion.
Pieces
it doesn't even
like,
have to actually exist in the show.
Yeah, different hair pieces, different like clothes, different like everything really, and then you can mix and match.
Or you can make an entire video game based on the concept.
Is that what Fusions is?
Mm-hmm. It's literally just like.
Is it like a collecting game where you just collect?
I don't remember.
Fusions?
I think it's like a little fighting game, but it has like all kinds of like wacky fusions, and that's just like the selling point.
What do you think would be the coolest fusion you could possibly do? That's not Vegeta and Goku.
Damn it! I was about to say Vegeta and Goku because just they're the 2 coolest characters. I think.
Okay, it's got to be a human and a non-human. Saiyans are humans in this instance.
Okay, well in that case, I would say Piccolo is the objective coolest non-human character / Saiyan, and
you can just forgo all the rules. Just literally pick anybody to merge. You don't got to do the same height stuff.
I would do Piccolo with Cell.
That would be pretty sick. That
Yes.
would be sick. Very powerful. I would do Oolong and Roshi.
So the problem with that is that their power level would simply be too high.
Yes, agreed.
And the horniness level
well, actually, I don't know. I think Oolong's changing his ways. Even Oolong's getting tired of Roshi's horniness.
He called
we not
Roshi a
talk about it
chauvinist
here?
pig.
Yeah, he did.
That was this episode. Go back 1 page.
Oh yeah, even Oolong is tired of Roshi's horniness. I wrote that. Yeah, he calls him a chauvinist pig because Bulma's like, well, I got to make the wish now. And Roshi's like, it works better if you take your clothes off. He's not even trying at this point.
He has been getting progressively hornier.
Yeah.
Episode 241 is called Global Announcement. And boy, is it not a very good episode.
Really? I liked it more than the last one.
That's weird.
I liked a few premise.
Don't get me wrong. Yeah. What's good is good, but half of the episode was Boo and Bobbity just like flying around, and you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh no, and then there was like the cop part with Boo and Bobbity, and then there was the cake factory. And
I like that part.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't like that.
The episode starts off, and have you heard this one before? The villain, biding some time, goes to a city and starts just killing people and being a little dickhead.
So I think Nappa did that.
Yeah. Maybe even a little Cell.
Cell did that.
Maybe even a little... Frieza did not do that. No.
He did it on Namek.
He did it a little bit, yeah, on Namek. Yeah, I said I'm kind of tired of the villain destroys city while our heroes figure out what to do arc, but then he does some cool things. He goes into a cake shop, destroys the glass. He's so powerful that just walking into glass destroys it, or poking it destroys it. Just eats so much cake.
That scene was so well animated. So Google this. Boo walks into glass door and the glass door breaks. It was crazy. He like...
That's you Googling it.
Presses into it, and then like the glass
shatters.
like stresses, and then it shatters. It's like, it's pretty sick.
Like that one scene in Multiverse of Madness, the Doctor Strange movie, now available on Disney Plus.
What scene?
I don't know. It doesn't want to like touch glass and it like shatters, or maybe it turns to water. I don't know. Quit quizzing me. Quit quizzing me, dog.
I'm just holding you accountable. You're making a reference that you don't quite understand, and you've watched this goddamn movie 3 times, supposedly.
Wow.
Yeah,
okay,
yeah,
are you
yeah,
Doctor
yeah.
Strange now? Stephen Strange?
Yeah.
My doctor.
Please, Scooby-Doo this crap.
Yeah, and then Boo gets out. The cops are there. Boo says ACAB, kills them all. And Kibito saves Supreme Kai.
And then, riddle me this. They find Gohan, and he's like, Gohan's still alive. And then Supreme Kai's like, no, don't heal him yet. We have to take him to our world first.
Very strange turn of events that I did not predict.
For spoiler alert, they get to his world, which Gohan's not supposed to be at, and they immediately heal him anyway. And they presumably teleported. So
Well, I think it's because they wanted to kidnap him there, basically. Kind of against his will.
Okay.
Because I don't think Gohan probably would have gone without some explanation or talking to his dad or something like that.
I'll take it. That's good.
I'm just holding you
That's
accountable.
good, 'cause
Somebody's
he
got to
would've-
hold your feet to the fire sometimes. You know what I'm saying?
He would have wanted to fight Boo.
He would have, yeah. Wow, the apprentice becomes the Jedi Master.
Oh, the blind leading the blind.
You can't defeat me, Obi-Wan.
I hate you.
You were my brother, Anakin. That was actually pretty good.
That was quite good. Obi-Wan Speaks.
Well,
Coming out soon.
No.
Nah. I watched the spoiler review already, and I didn't watch the show.
Did you watch the Darth Vader scenes?
I watched them in the spoiler review. So kinda.
That doesn't count.
It looked cool. But,
It's
you know,
not
it's
as
like,
cool.
if there's like a collective 10 minutes of Darth Vader on screen, then I'm like,
There's like a good 45 minutes. Oh, your 20-minute review showed all 45 minutes of Darth Vader, huh?
Shout out to Shea Frillis Productions. He's a great channel.
Now he has to shout us out.
He has 1.5 million subscribers.
So he will shout us out.
I subscribed to him today. I've been watching his videos for years, and I wasn't even subscribed, just like you aren't. So go ahead and click that subscribe button.
Sometimes I don't subscribe to people because they like post too much. And then when I go on YouTube, it's like, wow, you have 10 new videos today. That's a lot.
Well, luckily, we're weekly.
Yes. So we only blow
the
up your
perfect
feed once a
ratio.
week. And it's on Saturdays at 5:30 a.m. So
Why
you won't
is it 5:30? Why isn't it like 9?
For Ryan.
He doesn't get up at 5:30.
He was getting up pretty early for a minute there, like 6. Take care of the kid.
So,
Wanted to have him a little treat for him. And in case the kid woke up early, even like 5:30 early, he's got our beautiful voices to help him through the night. Love you, Ryan.
that's my brother. He was in an episode. He
2
was
of
actually
them.
in 2 episodes.
3 of them.
He was actually in 3 episodes, so go back and watch him. He's going to be in our Broly Second Coming review when that happens. So,
Is that what the movie's called? Second Coming?
yes. And then the third one is Bio Broly. Here's a spoiler for
Wait,
you.
is this real?
Yes.
No.
There's 3 Brolys. Yes.
What's the one that you like called?
Dragon Ball Super Broly.
So we have 2 more Broly movies to watch and then the good one? Wait, I'm getting Second Coming, And then Bio Broly?
Yeah. They're...
I did not know they milk Broly this hard.
He was really popular. Okay, so... yeah, we get a little bit more nonsense with Bobbity and the cops and so on. He teleports a worker because she's like talking to him, and it's like a 3-minute scene, and it makes me want to die.
I liked it.
Boo
Poopy? Is his name.
What did I write? Blue people? Oh, because blue people. Bobbity calls them blue people.
Oh, yeah.
I thought it said blue poopy.
Well, see, this is what you don't really realize with Bobbity and Boo is that they see people differently than we do. So cops to them look like the Na'vi from Avatar. And that's why they say blue people, yeah.
Avatar 2, The Way of the Water, coming soon to a theater near you.
That trailer is booty. It looks good. Like visually, like it's pretty, but nothing. They don't show nothing. And then the main character goes, "My family is my fortress."
See, it's funny that you think that because I think it's a badass trailer because they don't say anything. Just like the trailer for The Black Phone. Did you
I haven't seen that movie, but I really want to.
I haven't seen the movie either, but I've seen the trailer, and the trailer is about 5 seconds long.
That's it.
The phone rings, you see like a face, like the kid's face, and that's it. That's the trailer. Tell me.
I've heard it's like not satire, but like the message is like attacking true crime podcasts and media and how they're like warping people.
I fully support that for one.
Same.
For two, if I could go back in time and change history, I would not kill baby Hitler. What I would in fact do is talk to Kevin Feige in circa 2018 when Avengers Endgame the production is ramping up, everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Marketing's ramping up. Pre-marketing, I would talk to him and I would say, listen, dude, don't put out a trailer for Avengers Endgame. Don't put out a single trailer. Put out a poster. Put out the posters that say Avenge the Fallen. Put out a poster that is just the Avengers logo and it just says Endgame.
That's the only poster I think that would be
That's
sick.
great too. Go
like
ahead.
GTA style. Just throw up the logo and everyone knows.
Go ahead. That movie would have made double the money that it made if he would have had the balls to pull that off.
We did it ourselves.
When?
We didn't watch Endgame trailers.
Oh, correct. Wesley and I went into Endgame literally blind. We would walk out of a theater
looking like crazy people
if the Endgame trailer played.
Yeah.
And we would walk back in. Dude, I was blind. I've still never seen the trailers.
I haven't either, actually.
I still don't even know what
the
trailers
same with
are.
Force Awakens. We did that for Force Awakens.
We watched
and
the
I never
teaser
went
for
back and
Force
watched
Awakens.
those. Oh, that's right.
We watched the initial teaser. Regardless, and I wasn't even really a Star Wars fan until
Force Awakens.
Until Force Awakens teaser trailer dropped, and then I watched all the movies, and then I watched Force Awakens 7 times in theaters. Then Last Jedi came out, and I watched it 1 time in theaters. Then The Rise of Skywalker came out, and I watched it 1 time in theaters. And then we also watched Solo in theaters.
Oh, yeah. We did watch Solo in theaters,
Rogue
but the pho that we had afterward was better. Burn!
And now I'm not really a Star Wars fan anymore.
Yeah, it happens.
It does.
It happens to the best of us and the last of us.
The Last of Us Remake, Part 1, coming soon to a PlayStation 5 near you. You gonna buy it?
Yeah.
Me too.
Absolutely. Day one.
I'm a shill. Gohan or Fusion? They're setting up 2 things here right now. Uh-huh. Which one will defeat Boo? If you had to choose. These are 2 completely different plot threads that are both serving the same purpose here.
I think the fusion will happen and they will fight Boo hard and they will get him down to like he needs to be killed. But remember, we can't just beat the shit out of Boo. He doesn't die that way. I think they're going to hold him, arms behind the back, and then Gohan's going to come up with the Z sword and like slice him in half, and the slice will like stop him from being able to repair himself somehow.
2. So Gohan takes the dub.
They're both gonna.
Both.
Yeah,
okay.
It's a teamwork thing.
Do you think the Z sword is a ripoff of Camelot?
Do I think that in this saga, which has Bibbidi Bobbidi Boo, and also a reference to Boo blowing the city down like the 3 Little Pigs wolf guy, and then also an Excalibur. Is it Excalibur?
What, the
Sword in the Stone?
Yeah.
Reference. Do I think that's what that is? I do. I do think that Toriyama was reading some fables, some Hans Christian Andersen, and or watching some Disney movies. And he was like, you know what? Yeah.
I do appreciate that, like, versus like just being a powerful like being or whatever. Like, it's kind of like more leading into like the magical power, like wizardry kind of like thing. It's kind of cool.
I like the idea of a Z sword. It's also, well, we're getting ahead of ourselves, but
Do you think he will pull the Z sword?
I do think he will pull out the Z sword, and I also think it's cool that it says Z. That's our first reference to.
No, they say the Z Warriors. Like the announcer says it.
That's
the Z
right.
Fighters.
Yeah. Well, it felt cool. I was like, oh, this is
Here's
like
the
a
thing.
nice little reference to Z, which is in the name. It was one of those like moments. Like
Dragon
Leo.
Ball Z isn't real. It's just all Dragon Ball. Unfortunately.
Is Dragon Ball Z? Is it Dragon Ball Z Super or Dragon Ball Super?
Just super.
Yeah. So what the heck is Z? Such a strange.
It's a marketing. They made him do it.
That's such a weird thing. Who was like, yeah, throw a Z on
Halfway
that.
through your
People will love
story, it was going to be Dragon Ball 2,
that would have been
and
weird
then 2
as
became
well.
Z.
It's so
But
strange.
the manga was just called Dragon Ball all the way to the end of Z.
That's what it should be. Like, it's so strange that they were even like considering otherwise. But alas.
Anyway, so they found Gohan.
And that's what
Even
happened.
Grand Kai can't walk on their sacred planet, but
Yes.
Gohan's going to. And Goku tells Bulma and Chi-Chi that Gohan and Vegeta are dead. They are very sad.
Yep.
It is sad. And then we get the broadcast from Babidi to the whole world.
This reminded me of something, but I don't know what.
It probably reminded you of when Cell did the exact same thing.
That it also reminded me of in leading up to Rise of Skywalker.
Oh my God.
Emperor Palpatine in the hit game Fortnite broadcast to everyone playing that he was back. And then we get the reference to that at the beginning of Rise of Skywalker when it says the dead speak.
The dead
But
speak.
you wouldn't know what that means unless you played the hit game Fortnite by Epic Games.
Somehow Palpatine returned. They fly now. They fly now.
They fly now.
Oh gosh, Star Wars sucks now. They are dead. We get the broadcast. Basically, he's saying Goten, Piccolo, and Trunks. These are the 3 individuals that I'm looking for. If you don't give them to me, then I'm going to continue destroying cities and killing people. So tell me here, real quick, what is Boo and Babidi's motivation?
I guess to kill those 3, but that doesn't really make sense.
So if they blew up the planet, they would succeed in doing that.
yeah, and why do they have such a thing against Trunks and Goten?
They like mess with them, I guess.
That's like all it takes, and now its entire mission is to destroy them.
Yeah, but like, why is the same problem I had with Cell, which I love Cell, but why, if your objective is like universal domination or like even, at least Frieza did it. Frieza said, you know what? I'm the emperor of the universe. I'm going to destroy this planet. You die, I don't die.
He also didn't like make Earth like such a special object. It was just like another planet to destroy.
Yeah, he just went there because Goku
Which he's
was
been
there.
destroying planets like all his life.
Or he went, I think.
And
that's why.
Cell and Boo are so hyper focused on Earth when it's like 1 in a trillion planets.
Like, blow it up.
Yeah,
blow it up, and you basically have defeated every known warrior of the universe that we know of.
Yeah, but they won't.
And I get that it's a show, but that's the problem with power creep here, where like, you know what I mean? Like, that's my problem with, there's that filler part where it shows Vegeta destroying a whole planet with like just his fingertip in the early filler.
And now what?
Before he's on Earth.
Yeah.
And then when he gets to Earth, it's like, well, in the anime, we've seen filler where he destroys a planet with ease, so why would he not just instantly do that to Earth, and then that's it?
And you can
You
even
fail
get
to
into the
recruit Goku. Okay.
power level stuff makes that even more weird because now, so if you have an 800 power level, you can destroy planets, and it's like,
Well, now they're in the trillions.
and they can't. Boo can and Bobby. So,
They certainly can, but it's just kind of something, you write yourself into a corner.
yeah,
But I don't really care.
me either. I like this.
Yep.
That's where the episode ends.
I gave it a 3 out of 7.
I give it a 5 out of 7.
So that's funny because I gave it a 3 out of 7.
Well, I gave it a 5 out of 7.
Viewers,
Tell us who's right. Episode 242, Learn to Fuse.
they didn't.
By the Foo Fighters.
They did not. Learn to fuse with me. I can't get fusion alone. 'Cause when you're fusing, you're really strong. Oh,
Rest in peace to the drummer,
Taylor Hawkins.
Taylor Hawkins.
True. Learn to fuse. So we start, they destroy the city. They show the pictures of Trunks, Piccolo, and Goten. Turn them in. And then he says he might actually spare you if you do it. Now we get something brutal here.
Yeah.
Um,
He turns a whole city into little balls of candy or gum.
I think they were like little jawbreakers.
Yeah. He basically Thanos snaps everybody, but instead of removing them from existence, he turns them into jawbreakers. Another example of Marvel stealing from Dragon Ball Z, which we've cataloged heavily on this show.
It won't stop.
It won't.
But then that's actually, I forgot about that. But what I was referring to is that the World Martial Arts Tournament employee calls in and is like, "Hey, they were in the World Martial Arts Tournament." And then Bobbity's like, "Okay, where are they?" And he was like, "Well, I actually don't know." And then Bobbity's like, "Well, that's a waste of my time. I don't care." And then he explodes his head, and it mostly shows it, and it's
really
pretty
does.
horrifying.
There's like the
Blood
most
geyser.
brutal kill we've probably seen. Well, not.
Some of the cell kills are brutal.
This one was pretty messed up. His head exploded, and we saw blood in the neck and everything. You could see the hole.
Yeah, I was quite surprised.
My dog is under the table licking my hands.
The other dog is looking bashful in the corner.
I was just thinking, he's like...
That is interesting.
I don't know what he's doing. He looks like embarrassed or humiliated, but it's probably because of our tone. Sometimes, like if you talk at all kind of tersely, he thinks people are fighting, and then
he's so sad. He's so sad.
Let me see if I can take a picture to throw
happening?
Up onto.
YouTube viewers will get to see a picture of a very sad dog. He looks like he got beat.
He does.
Oh man,
why is he sitting like that? Mickey, what's up, bud?
Anyway, so we get Piccolo. He's super pissed off, and he's like, "I'm gonna go." And then Goku's like, "No, you obviously know there's no point in you going, so you need to stay and teach the kids after I go back to Otherworld." The fusion dance. So Gohan is now awake on the Supreme Kai planet, and he's like, "Whoa, crap, I'm dead, I guess." And they're like, "Actually, no, you're not." And then Kibito's just an asshole. Talk about an unwelcome, or what is it? What is the word? Unhospitable host, maybe?
Yeah.
That's I came up with that.
This is not Olive Garden. Let's just put it that way.
Yeah, he's certainly not family. This is like Burger King, have it your way, because Supreme Kai is having it his way by having Gohan on planet, but Kibito says that I would rather not have it that way.
It's true. And unlike McDonald's, where... What is McDonald's?
I'm loving it.
Kibito is not. And Kibito wants to turn him into Popeyes or into chicken, where then he would then eat him and say he loves that chicken from Popeyes.
Popeyes chicken sandwich review coming very, very soon. Sooner than you might think.
I forgot we have not done that yet.
We haven't done that, and Panera has one now.
I know, and Popeyes has a new one that's a Buffalo Ranch chicken sandwich.
And we will certainly eat it on camera.
And we'll do Panera, and we got to go do...
The Panera one's going to be actual dog shit.
Hardee's?
Sure.
We didn't do Hardee's.
Anyway, so he thought he was dead, and then Kibito's like, "You don't belong." And then Shin or Supreme Kai is like, "Actually, I brought him here because I think he can pull the Z sword." And Kibito's like, "What? None of the Kais could pull the Z sword." And this sounds a lot like the Sword in the Stone because it is the exact same thing.
Yeah.
And then Supreme Kai's like, "Well, I think Gohan's the right person to do it.
Let's fly there and see."
Please rate the fit.
Oh, I forgot to rate it. I said new Gohan fit. So they're flying, and Kibito's like, "Gohan, you look like shit, and you cannot be doing that on this sacred planet. I'm going to give you a new fit, and it's going to kind of look like mine." I put very 80s. I dig it. I would wear it, but it is a lot.
It's a lot color-wise.
Like stealth-wise, you're not stealth. Your presence will be known.
Yeah, but he's not trying to stealth. He's
no,
trying
I know,
to Z-sword.
I know. I'm just saying.
He's going to Z-sword him.
You throw the Z-sword on his back, I think he's going to look pretty sick. He's got the pads, the shoulder pads now, reminiscent of old Picky.
No, Mr. Picky. None have been capable before. Gohan's the right person. We rated the fit. And then the boys wake up, and then they are eating, and they turn Super Saiyan, and they spar Mr. Popo because they're just wreaking havoc because they're like 6. And then Goku is like, "It's time to get serious." So he tells them that Vegeta is dead and Gohan is dead.
And they cry, and Goku's like, "Shut the fuck up. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Stop crying. Stop crying." I didn't actually really like Goku's reaction here, if I'm being honest.
Really? That's funny because I did.
Really?
I like serious Goku because they really don't have time for this. These guys. So he says Boo could find this place at any time, which is true. In which case, the entire fate of the universe is over.
Yeah.
And they just have to grow up real quick. Like, we don't have time for this.
I don't like it. Let your kid cry a little bit, Goku. He immediately gets on them and he's like, no crying. You don't got time for this. And then he keeps yelling at him. He's like, shut up, stop. You got to quit crying, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, they're 6.
Yeah. But also,
have a little heart.
have a little heart.
Why is that in this arc, Vegeta's been a better father? Tell me that.
A better father.
A better father.
He hasn't. Because
he has, actually.
What has he done?
He hugged Trunks. When
Piccolo?
was the last time?
Oh, Vegeta did. I thought you were talking about Piccolo.
No.
Well, Goku's
hugged him and tried to save them. What has Goku done?
He hugged Goten when they met at the World Martial Arts Tournament.
Yeah, and now he's screaming at him. You guys have known each other for like 4 hours, and you're screaming at him?
Well, everyone will die.
I'm not buying it. This isn't the real Goku. New prediction.
Ooh. Is it a
this is a
scroll?
This is a scroll. Yes. This is
so Marvel steals from Dragon Ball again.
Again, yeah.
It will never stop. And then apparently,
yes,
we get a bomb drop.
New rule. Ding, ding, ding.
We made up a rule because the plot was getting too complicated.
So, if you're a eagle-eyed viewer, you're probably like, they got to train fast and they have to learn something fast. We have something that we've used in the show before to do just that. The hyperbolic time chamber. And Piccolo suggests it, and Goku's like, well, actually, you can only use it twice in your lifetime. And they've already used it once, and what if they need to use it again? And it's like, Goku, what if this is the time to use it? What do you mean? He's doing the whole what if thing. Like, well, not this time. It's like me when I'm playing an RPG. I hold on to all my potions, because what if I need them at the end, and then I beat the whole game without using my potions? Should have just used them before. Goku, let them use the hyperbolic time chamber. This is the moment.
Waiting for my moment. It's now or never. Name that movie.
Dirty Dancing.
Creed 2.
Also Dirty Dancing.
One of the best movies ever made.
It is so good.
So apparently, twice a lifetime, which I'm fairly certain Goku has been in there twice.
Yeah, so now he can't do it again.
I'm almost positive he has. Because
maybe
Gohan,
is that why? Because somebody would have to go in there and train with them.
No, here's why. Because there needs to be. Basically, because if they could go into the hyperbolic time chamber, then none of this tension would be there because they would have all the time in the world to learn the fusion technique and train.
I think we nailed it on the head, Doctor.
I hit the nail on the hammer.
The nail on the Piccolo.
I gave it a 5 out of 7 stars.
I also gave it a 5 out of 7 stars.
That's because we are a hive mind.
Goku's pissed as hell at his kids that he just met, or one of his kids that he just met 4 hours ago.
Literally 12 hours ago.
They keep referencing how, I think at one point in the episode, Babbity's like, earlier this day. And I'm like, dude, cut the day crap. This is not, it's been 100 hours.
Will Gohan pull the Z-Sword?
Yes.
Will fusion be learned?
Yes.
Will Majin Buu be turned into a whittle gumball and be smashed around and he will die?
Prediction, Majin Buu gets turned into a gumball and chewed up by the fusion of Goten and Trunks.
I've been chewed up and... Oh, shit, what is it? I've been... Stage. I was trying to do Eminem. I've been beat up and chewed up and booed off stage, but he kept rhyming with the next Pied Piper. Best believe somebody's playing the Pied Piper. All the pain that I find out next time.
Scared my dog again.
On Dragon Ball Speak.